So this is a dual aquarium that we have just started setting up as a cichlid aquarium. Now the dual aquariums come with a little internal filter, which is fine, but it's really not ideal, particularly if you want to keep heavy loaded fish like cichlids. So what we've done is actually just pull that out, and it's given it a nice clean look. And then we've put a large Aqua L canister filter on it. And the large Aqua L canister filter will aim to clean that about once a month. And then we've got plenty of aeration in here because the cichlids we tend to keep nice and busy. So we want to make sure there's plenty of oxygen in the aquarium. So what we'll do next is, as the water's been treated, we've put a bit of water ager. And we've put a bit of GH salts. We haven't bothered with the KH because there's a lot of calcium carbonate in the tank already. The KH is likely to be fine. So then what we're going to do is, once the tank has heated up to 25 degrees, we're going to grab, say, 3 Venustus, because Venustus tend to be a good boss fish, and 3 tinfoil barbs, because tinfoils are a good mid-dweller to bring the cichlids out like a dither fish. Then we're going to look after these fish for 2 weeks. Then we're going to come down to the shop with a sample of water and a video and add another 6 cichlids. Then we'll slowly introduce them, acclimatise them at the top so the temperature's okay. Then after 2 weeks, bring another sample of water and another video down. And then we'll look at getting another 6 fish. At that point, we'll probably look at some catfish. So we want to look at catfish that are going to have a sucker mouth for cleaning the algae off the glass. And we're going to look at catfish that are going to scavenge around the bottom and dig up the sand, because we want to make sure our sand stays clean by having diggers. Also, fish like Fenestratus are good for that. Rostratus are good for that. Ones that are going to be good digging fish. And over time we'll notice a bit of brown algae growing. If we see that, we want to get more catfish and potentially reduce the amount of light. Now the other thing is that these tanks have fluoro tubes, and fluoro tubes are pretty much obsolete now. So what I've actually done is just got a waterproof set of LED strip light and put that in the back. And then you don't have to worry about replacing the tubes, because if we'd gone with the fluorescent tubes, it looks great for about 6 months until the intensity and spectrum tends to fade. And then about once a year we need to replace those tubes. And tubes are getting less and less available because everyone's going LED. So those waterproof LEDs are going to do the job beautifully. So we're going to try to keep the lights on pretty much a minimal amount of time. If we're enjoying the tank, the lights are on. If we are at work or we're asleep, the lights are definitely off. So then whenever we get new fish, we're going to not feed the fish for 2 days. We're going to feed them Danichi, because fish keeping is 50% about water quality and 50% about nutrition. So as this tank progresses, as we slowly get fish, the next thing we're going to do is keep an eye on the dominant fish. So as you start populating the tank with fish, at the early stages it's very common for them to want to hide. As you get more fish, the fish feel more confident. And as the fish get to know you, you'll find that every time they see you, they freak out and try and get your attention because they want you to feed them. And then you're going to keep an eye on the dominant fish, because if you've got a good boss, you'll find it parading around the tank and it'll give everyone a little bit of a chase, but it won't hurt anyone. If you've got a bad boss, then he might pick an individual fish and pick on it until he does do it some damage. Now, if you see that behavior, you need to change your boss. You've got 2 ways of changing your boss. One is put in a bigger fish that could possibly dominate the boss, or get rid of the boss. So So you do not want to tolerate having a bad boss, because you will end up with a bad tank. So with these sorts of fish, like cichlids and many other species of fish, if you do not have many fish in the tank, it is common that they will be more aggressive. If you have more fish in the tank, they tend to be more distracted and they tend to not be aggressive. But at the end of the day, as this aquarium evolves, if anything does not look right, if there is anything that is unsure, then all we require is a sample of water and a video so we can test what's going on and we can see what's going on, and then we can just advise you. And there is absolutely no excuse why this can't be an absolutely thriving and amazing aquarium.